Hello, my name is Bill Teo. I'm an ex-police officer. I joined the police force in 1952. From the 50s to probably the early 60s, there were lots of strikes in Singapore because that was the time of the Communist United Front agitation. Almost everywhere you turn, whether it's a shop or a factory, you would have seen a strike banner, because that was part of the United Front so-called struggle against colonialism.
A lot of the scenes you'll see in Mata Mata and around that time, the 1950s going into the 1960s, it was a very volatile time. I mean, Singapore was still finding its feet just leading up to independence. I think the people say in some of the riots they're demanding more pay or fairer rights, and it's something they deem necessary, I think. It's a cause that they believed in. You know, much like my character will go the extra mile to do his job, these guys are going the extra mile doing what they deem is necessary to get what they need when every other avenue is closed to them. And that, I think, is that, you know, that's what drives people to do that sort of things.
Why people would join it is because they want their voices heard.
Whatever they're fighting for, whatever they want to voice out, people are not receptive towards it, people may not respond towards it, and unfortunately they have to be forced into a strike.
It's a much stronger impact if you show up in numbers, and it's like, you know, the people actually care about certain issues.
Of course, strikes affected the livelihood of a lot of people, because people who were on strike were out of job, and the communists agitated them, which we learned later led to riots in Singapore.
Modern times there's online petition, there's many other ways, but you know, imagine if you see a news and then people would say, oh, thousands of people have signed up in online petition. But compare that to thousands of people have joined up in the streets to, you know, get a certain message across. You know, it's more impactful that way. Because if it doesn't mean anything to them, they will not actually fight for it. It's actually people who are fighting for what they believe in. Yeah, but you know, there's peaceful ways to do strikes, you know.
When I went to Korea one time, and there was a huge line of people, you know, standing outside the hotel, and I was asking the tour guide, what is this? So they said it was just a peaceful strike between the farmers, and just to let the government know about certain new policies that they've implemented. Of course, strikes and riots are not the best case scenario in any situation, but it does not necessarily mean that it is a bad thing. Sometimes it's just to get themselves heard and know.